All right, so I'm picking up on a lot of energy that has to do with healing. There is this emphasis on self-care, Reiki, health, an importance and a shift being placed on that, and kind of that taking precedence in your life where it didn't before. There is a huge transformation, energy that is around you, and it's almost like you can feel this storm coming, this change, this rush, but it's so elusive that you can't really grasp it yet. And how to really ground yourself in that energy is very different from other ways that you are used to grounding. And so knowing to adapt, right? Because being adaptable is hard at times, right? So with this new wave of energy, it's like, how do you adapt to that so you can get back to almost yourself again? That's something that this reading is really going to explore, because we're looking out with this Two of Wands and we see that world. He's holding the world in his hands, and that reminds me of this piece of art, which is the God's the Architect, where you really are the creator of your universe. So if things are kind of pivoting and the change is coming, I guess it's almost like, what do you want to create? What is that? Yeah, right? But I feel like that's so out there, and this creation is very grounded. It's not like you're gonna wake up the next day and be a millionaire. You know what I mean? It's, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying that if you're not in that energy, then where is the change is just gonna be more realistic. Like maybe you'll wake up with 10 grand as opposed to a million. It's still good. But again, more on creations. And the creation isn't about manifesting these small material things. It's more about manifesting your lifestyle and what you want that to look like through the things that you can control. Okay, yes, we can control everything with the power of our minds, but it's these realistic controls. So keeping that in mind. Okay, so we have here loving you unconditionally. I'm not sure if you can see that. Love yourself more. Feels like months, and pay attention to the noise. Feels like months. This is giving some work. This is hard work behind it. This is something that you have been putting energy to, or again, it feels like months. What can feel like months? Paying attention to the noise. If I tune into my surroundings, or I hear the wind, this strong wind just rushing through the streets. Really, all of the trees are blowing, and all of the wind chimes that are hanging on everyone's porch is going off, especially one little bell. The whipping of the wind. It almost looks like it's snowing. That's unexpected. I didn't know it was gonna snow. Or whatever is going on for you. So there is a storm coming, there is change. It's strong. This change has possibly been coming on for quite some time. It's not something that's sudden, it's something that has been put, work has been put into this. This isn't a new idea, this isn't a new inspiration. This is something that you could have possibly given up on, forgot about, or I'm hearing more acceptance with self with this Queen of Swords, because she's seeing through it. She's seeing through the storm, and she's not getting what she wants, but she's like, all right, but what do I like about it? So let me give up on this initial dream and let me change my energy and focus on the peace of it all. And look how the wind just completely slowed down. With this Justice card, that is bringing in balance. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Oh, okay, because I'm being led to her crown here. And that is, again, transformation. So changing, shedding. But where and how? Let's get into that, you know what I mean? People care about you even when you don't think they do. I am immune. I am immune to any disease. I am immune. I am in perfect wealth. And we all know health is wealth. I wrote that, I couldn't tell you, maybe years ago on this. And it's on the Wheel of Fortune. So this change that's coming has to do with your health and your wealth, because health is wealth. And this can also be physical finances, but I'm really picking up on more of, yeah, take it as it resonates. How about that? We have here the 10 of Swords with the 8 of Swords reversed. There's a release here of old limitations, old beliefs, things that have kept you stressed. But I'm also seeing a navigation in the energy where you're not doing things that stress you out. If something stresses you out or you have a thought about it, there is like almost a rearrangement to, okay, how can I get my goal done without stressing myself out, without causing this burnt out, overburdened, anxiety feeling? Because I'm picking up here that you might be someone who has a lot of intrusive thoughts or little thoughts. You know, you're a very audible, sensory kind of person. Oh, pay attention to the noise. And the noise can also be the voices in your head. There can be voices, and some of them serve us and some of them don't. And I think you are listening to the right one when you are like, this idea stresses me out, or you think about doing something and then you immediately feel like this shift. And you're just like, let me pay attention to that. Is it because of this? And readjusting it. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like I'm just like, blah, blah.
I have this little voice saying,
anyway, so that's really interesting. The change can also be within that mental health, where your mental health is going to be better, so you can start seeing things in a different perspective, a perspective that brings change and balance. This is giving having a day-to-day where you're just not really looking forward to anything. You're like, I have to work for like 9 hours. I don't want to leave my house. I have to commute. I have to take care of this. I have to do this. Things that just being a human being and an adult, like, just stresses. It's just so stressful when you don't want to do things you don't want to do. Trust me, I get that. I get that. And now this pivot, this perspective change is going to be like, all right, life's actually pretty good. I can get this done in a better way that doesn't bother me. I like the sound of that. This bath water is so warm.
What did he say?
Attention to the little things, but I think how your data life isn't maybe as bad as you think it is. It's like you maybe start enjoying the commune or making the commune fun, finding ways to make work fun that works for you, controlling the controllables. And again, because it is mental health, that is something that's really hard to shift, especially if you are someone who struggles with mental health, right? Because that is what it is. There's really no explanation. There's therapy and like coping strategies, but when you're in that mindset, when you're in any mindset, that's it. So having that release and that perspective change is the healing, I believe, that is going to come in for you, that deals with your health, that's going to bring balance and allow you to shift and see what you want to create and how you want to live in a better and brighter space where you are transforming your reality through bringing in harmony. And that feels good. Let's pull on a bit more. You have to take that voice that says to shut up, that beats you down, this negative, nasty voice in your head, and tell it to shut the fuck up. Tell it to back off and tell it to go away because it is not welcomed there anymore. You don't have to be a victim of yourself. It's easier said than done, and it could feel like months that this voice in your head, something specific like that, has been just beating you down. Just like, where is that voice coming from? Where is that voice coming from, Spirit?
It makes me sick.
It could be a result of having imbalanced root chakra and fear. Not feeling safe, not feeling protected. And it can manifest itself in this negative state that because you're feeling uncertain around your surroundings, you're vulnerable to attack, right? So it's almost like it attacks you. It triggers that. There's so much parallels of masculine and feminine energy. So I would really, if I were you, try to take stock about it, right? Like, how do you feel about your own masculine and feminine energy? And through that assessment, are you giving? Are you receiving in a balanced and healthy way? Because we don't want to do too much or too little in both areas. And this is especially important when it comes to the ground and your finances. So this can be, where are you spending money? Where are you where are you spending time? What are your hobbies? What are the things that serve you? So I'm actually getting that that voice can be something that you are doing that causes that. And it's not kind of far-fetched, honestly, because when you drink alcohol, there is like that, I think it's like anxiety thoughts that can manifest. Like intrusive thoughts is a side effect of that, and I'm sure other things, but that is something, like they call it like an anxiety hangover, and this is more like the energy that I'm picking up on. So it could also be beneficial and healthy to go maybe on a small like break, at least I would say maybe try a week and then see how you feel, and then expand it to like a month. And you just never know, because it could really help you with your mental, with this Two of Swords card coming out. And again, that change. So this change is going to be something where you are, again, an active participant in it, but the universe is kind of helping you. So it's not going to be kind of difficult for you to stop these stop the negative hobbies and pick up positive ones, because they kind of have your back. It's almost like if you make the choice, the desire will be removed to do the want to do the bad thing, so to speak, quote unquote, will be removed, and you can just go about your merry life. But it will take discipline and you not kind of talking yourself back into those patterns and behaviors, because that's something that you're used to. Again, because of the change, we have to approach things differently. And I really am picking up that this can be just like something casual, like smoking weed and drugs and alcohol, because I feel like that's something that's so socialized in our society, where we do it without really thinking, you know what I mean? We do, but we know what we're doing. I feel like it's like an acceptable vice, but sometimes it's not the healthiest vice. If that's making sense. So that full circle can really come out and bring a balance, which is interesting. We have conflict though with this Five of Wands, and it's okay, so it's within your mental space, but I'm getting more your imagination. So maybe it could be that these activities are not allowing you to see things clearly or beyond, or I'm getting that you can be caught up in the past This is more you getting caught up in the past. This is a new message, all right? We're over that. And it's kind of keeping you stuck because I feel like you might see other people excel and move forward, and you feel like you're kind of always held back, right? You see all the birds flying and you're the birds with the clipped wings, and nobody wants to feel like that. And so there is a lot of inner conflict when it comes to your ideas. Is it worthy enough? Are you good enough? Can you make this change? Is this change even possible? There is like, do I really want to go through this difficulty? Do I need to? This back and forth, this tugging, because I think whatever change is happening and what you're being forced to kind of examine at the very least is something that can be painful to come to terms with, especially if it's something that we're just kind of always skating by, but in the back, it's a back of your head kind of information, or even something that you didn't realize was super bad, you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, I thought like everyone did it, you know? And it's like not to that excess. So I'm being led to that wind, that gust, the storm, but now it's clear and very sunny, so it passed very quickly. The Page of Swords is a sword that passes very quickly. These are quick moving clouds. These are, I represent it as ideas. I like him as like a social media card, you know, where we are expressing ourselves, you know, whether that's truthfully or not. It's still a choice of expression. Why is that coming up, sir? So I wrote on this card, I sit inside the sauce like a rack of limbs.
We are going to pretend
I wrote it wrong.
we didn't hear
the
that.
verse is, I sit inside the sauce like a rack of ribs. And that is from Nothing is Free by Alchemist. And I'm gonna correct that. It's solidified, I'm gifted. You got a gift. And again, same song, Nothing Is by Alchemist. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along with you. That is Footprints by TOK, and the album is Unknown Language. I'm gonna pick up one more. Ooh, it's a note from the universe and me. So this is something I agree with. What's the big no here? Oh my God. The no is to, I love you so much. Let me hit it from the back. I mean more than I say. I love you more. I am healthy, gut health. Yeah, this is definitely stream of consciousness, but so the no is to all of these things. I love you so much, let me hit it from the back. Is there someone you're entertaining that you might not want to be hooking up with, or you shouldn't hook up with? Beginnings, conversations, inklings. This is giving crush energy. This can be you having a crush on someone or someone having a crush on you. And I feel like there should be some boundaries put up here, especially if it's getting a little too scandalous, too fast. I'm really getting that. The cautionary warning tale here is to take your time with this person. Do not give into lust. Do not give into any temptations. If you find yourself overthinking, even, like, understand that you're overthinking and that is a form of obsession. So not to do that. There is, again, a really strong need within this whole reading to control your mind, your thoughts, to pay attention to that. And I don't think that's something that you're like not aware of whatsoever. I'm not getting like you're just like a stupid, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying the messages I'm channeling, and I hope it comes across in a good way, in the best way, because I really don't mean anything but love. Anyway, so I mean more than I say. I love you more. I am healthy, gut health. And I'm being led to, when you cry, I cry. Unknown language. There's someone who wants to or is trying to communicate with you without actually telling you how they feel. It can be through eyes, eyes. Songs, body language, everything except the verbal. This unknown language, this different language, because you possibly, I don't know, it just seems like there's something where this person can't come out forth and say it. This can also be communicating with spirit. I'm picking up where like you obviously can have that conversation, but there are ways they're trying to like drop hints to you, either through angel numbers, music is what I'm really getting, and texts and words. Things on social media. So pay attention to your social media and what is being shown there. Yeah. Something important. Back to this person. This person can possibly be someone who is of high status, someone who has a following or some sort of clout. This person's definitely popular and they are talented. I really am getting that. So they can also be someone who, sorry, that's like, I'm so sorry. Can be someone who receives like messages or a lot of messages on social media. I don't really know if you're, look, it's a no for me in the universe. So if you are communicating with someone on social media, I would just like cool on it for a little bit. I would re-examine the relationship. When everything turned tricky, miss me. Earl Sweatshirt, Series Black. I'm not gonna be your burnt victim. I roll we slow and I learn quickly. It's sick of
Cut the cameras.
Alright.
Dead at.
When everything turned tricky, miss me. Earl Sweatshirt, Series Black. I'm not gonna be your victim. I roll we slow and I learn quickly. It's cyclical, that's for certain. The signal the type of motion brings. No, the sickness the type of motion brings. The sickness this type of motion brings. Lucifer's sun in the morning. Windows open, I know this breeze. Wind is being, air element is very strong in this reading. So you can be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like you're being protected from a lot of people around you that I feel like your inner circle might be changing because friends might be getting blocked out energetically and you're going to introduce new people. So back to social media and entertaining new people, right? Talking to new people. It's just like, take it slow, take it chill. Don't rush it for some reason because it could be a connection that might be really significant. When everything turned tricky, miss me. I'm not gonna be perfect. It's cyclical, that's for certain. Yeah, I think there is a sense of leveling up here. Like, I feel like you were stuck in some sort of pattern, and this change that is happening, this need to adapt, is that kind of spiral going up. Starting again from the base where, all right, you got better in it and now it's time to get better. Yeah, like a level up, right? So it could be that you were, like, you're on this journey of healing or going sober or detoxing, and you've made like a milestone, or like it's significant, it's like your brain adjusted to maybe consuming less of it, and now you're going to go on a detox, let's say, and now, you know what I mean? So really take that longer break, or things that supplement this addiction, or hobby or thing that brings comfort, but it's not serving you in the long term. I will be slow and I learn quickly. So I don't feel like this is something that really hinders your lifestyle in any way. I think that, like, I don't want to say that. I think it does, right? I think it does something to your mental health, but it's not like you can't go to work, or you're like not a functional member of society. I'm not really getting it something that's serious. And if that is the case, I wish you the best, because that is very difficult. I hope things get better. We have love that, and we have that butterfly. And the shadow, I kind of made, looks like a little, like a woman's silhouette that I like to draw. Okay. So a lot of these were like stream of consciousness. So I don't know. I really like the woman silhouette, because it's like this transformation is something that's happening in the physical. It also reminds me of Ana Mendieta and her art and what it signifies. And she often has these like earth sculptures, these body kind of silhouettes of figures, of a woman shaped figure on the floor, and it signifies the removal of her from leaving Cuba. She said that if she was never taken away from her home, she would have not made this type of art. So it's linked directly to where she feels her roots are at. And this transformation feels like that. It feels as if you are coming closer to yourself as you release this bad habit or thing that doesn't serve you, even though, you know, it's progressional change. And that's what's so important about it, because it can feel like you're starting over and over again, but it's when you look back, you're like, well, I'm completely different. And it is that. It is how you are healthy. You're gonna start seeing these benefits from the tapering, so to speak. And it is coming about in this transformation, because I do see that your mental health is going to get brighter and better, and it's going to help you see things in a different way and make connections that before you couldn't, because you were just caught up in a fog. And the reality of it is that as you work on your health and do what you need to do to take care of yourself, in spite of facing fears and being uncomfortable, you are transforming and becoming a better version, and thus helping your life and helping your longevity, because it is all connected. And for you, you are a visionary, you have a future, so it'd be a shame if you didn't at least try. All right? You're important. Your energy is massive. Empress and the Emperor card coming out. This isn't a love reading, all right? That's just you. You're big energy. So you gotta have to move with it. Wait, great power comes great responsibilities. And you are responsible for your life. And I see that you're taking the responsibility and doing a great job. So thank you from spirit. Like, good job. You need to hear it. Like, things are good for you, okay? Especially if you feel like you're not doing a good job and everything's just too much, or again, because you're always starting over. You're not always starting over. Progressional change. That has been your reading. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like or subscribe. So please feel free to leave a message if you feel as if you're more comfortable enough to connect on that level, because I am someone who I think can definitely apply this message. So I just want to hear how other people feel on their journeys of life. All right, so I'll catch you next time. Bye. It's been Baby Girl. Duh.